So this is the trailhead for today. It's Birdseye, Indiana, which is actually kind of one of my favorite trails. I'm going to try to do the short loop because I am still not all the way there physically, but I'm going to try to film as much of this one as I can because it is absolutely beautiful. It's part of an older reclamation project, so you're going through a lot of old homesteads. You're going through a actual where they're reclaiming what used to be a campground you could access to. There's a couple of creeks we cross. It's pretty. I wish I could do the whole loop. The whole loop's like 12 miles. I am just not there, but I hope this is going to be awesome. I'm going to try to catch as much as I can. So first and foremost, it starts on this, I believe what used to be an access road for the house or the homestead that comes up. You can kind of tell that's what it was just by the fact it's an open area. But they came back in during the 20s or 30s. I can't remember when it is, but they did some reclamation and they planted a lot of pine trees. So pine trees are not necessarily super native to the area, but if you look around you can actually see all the pines are in the areas that have been cleared, and then you see the native trees behind it. So it's one of the processes I believe the state of Indiana is working on in removing a lot of the pine trees and replacing them with natural trees like tulips and those kind of deals. So right now it's really easy to identify old homesteads though. So I'm a little over a quarter mile in on the trail, and this is where the road stops and it starts to become an actual trail. But what you can't experience is the smell. The whole field is full of wildflowers. It smells just absolutely sweet. It is a beautiful smell out here. It is a rare July day in Indiana where the temperature is about 67 degrees this morning. I'm actually getting goosebumps because it's just on that edge of being chilly. A lot of moisture in the air, so it's a beautiful day for a hike. I mean, my socks are soaked through, but that doesn't matter. So I don't know if you can see one of the fun parts of hiking, but it is the numerous amounts of spider webs. Oh yeah, I've got them all over me. That you get to walk through. And this little guy here in front of me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to focus on him. Maybe that'll do it. But that little guy is the culprit behind 99% of them. Little tiny red spider. Got a shiny, beautiful little back on it. But she builds her web. Let's see if I can catch it in the sun. Here it is. Builds her web right in the middle of the trail. Just makes it almost impossible not to smack your face into him. Did not wear the right socks for today. Ooh, that's soft. This might end up me being required to turn it around. We're gonna hope not. Ooh. That is not shallow. So I knew this was a thing. I knew I had to cross it. But it's usually like nothing. There's usually a good 20, 30 spots to cross. But it is... Ooh. And I don't have the right socks on. It's the socks I'm blaming. I'm gonna look a little bit up and down, but it might be a turnaround and go back to the short route. Okay, so backtracked about a half mile, quarter mile maybe. I don't know, didn't feel that bad. But this is the cut through trail. So most of this is all horse trail, and you know, it's kind of big and open. So they the horses don't do the full loop or don't go through the river and all those other areas that are a little bit more foot traffic. So this one isn't as much fun. This one's a little bit more open, more like field walking, but it is what it is. We're going to see if we make the best of it. It's actually going to make the trail a little bit longer than I wanted to, because this would have been shorter going the other way. So. So this area is one of the areas I was talking about earlier, where they kind of clear out the pine trees and let nature take over. So big open area, no shade. It's not great for hiking, and that sun is getting ready to be right on top of me. So it's a little different. I know in 30 years, if I come back in my 60s, 70s, then there'll be some shade, because what is growing back is native trees. That's something they've assured. I see a lot of tulips. I see a lot of maples. So I mean, it's a good practice. It's just makes the trails a little hot. What a weird sounding bird. Meow, meow. I've never heard that before. So I'm about 3 miles in. Normally if you do the full loop, it's a 12-mile hike. I am not exactly sure where this is, plus I added a half mile with the detour. So I'm assuming I've got like 6 miles left. I'm not super excited about that. There was a time when 8 to 10 miles was a weekend, but right now I'm not that physically fit. But I am in just a field of flowers. Like, look at that. All those guys behind me. There is actually a constant hum of bees. It's beautiful. The smell is like almost like an apothecary. It's got that real strong scent of like lavender. And I'm not really sure which one of these flowers is doing it unless it's these little purple guys, but it's beautiful. Okay. Yeah. We're getting wet. We're getting very wet. Okay, so I just walked through that. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it. Look down. No, look down. Yeah, I even pulled my pant legs up. That's really deep. That is really deep water. There is no way around it. Oh well. It was fun. It was cold. My feet are very squishy now. But, okay, so I'm at a road and I have no idea where I'm at, so I'm going to consult a map and try to figure out where I'm at. Okay, so apparently, because I've never done that one, the shortcut trail involves a little bit of a road hike, but there is this absolutely, you can hear it forever, this creek, and it's so full of water on this little one-lane bridge. My camera's annoying me. Let's get over there. There we go. This little one-lane bridge over here, and it's just, it's beautiful. This whole place is beautiful. It's gorgeous. I want to live here. So now with very wet shoes, I've got about a quarter mile trek to the next interlink, and then a 1.9 mile is what the map says to the exit. According to my GPS, I've done 4, so that's not bad. That's 7-ish miles. We'll find out. It may be a lot less. Who knows? But it is a beautiful day. I have just been randomly smiling. It's great. Oops, there. Okay, found the trail. Off the road finally. I think that was a quarter mile. Map says, or the GPS says I've only done 3 miles so far, so this is not going to be bad. It's going to be close to 6. I can do 6. 6 is where my legs are at right now. But I have another beautiful creek to cross. This area is actually, they're actually working on reclaiming, so it's going to be open and in the sun and a little bit hot. And I ain't excited for that, but another beautiful creek, if I can get the thing to look at it from here. Look at that. It's beautiful out here. Hard for me not to just like stare for hours, but okay, continue on. Wet feet. Oh boy. This horror movie level spiders. You got a spider phobia. This isn't the trail to go on. This is a lot of spiders. Ugh. So I'm coming up on the last bit of the trail. It, I think opens up here in a little bit, and then it's a straight stretch back to the car. But I think it looks like I'm going to do about 5 miles today. It's been 5 miles the hard way. I am soaked up to my knees. The water hasn't fully drained from my right foot, and I think I've added about 5 pounds of mud, but it's been fun. It's been an incredible amount of fun, so I'm enjoying it. I believe, I was thinking about it, I think this is actually my first solo hike ever, where it's any kind of decent hike, actual real hike. I always had a partner, so this is kind of interesting. And a spider just crawled onto my phone, so. To be fair, I went through his house. It's not my fault. Well, it's his fault. It's not his fault. Well, he built his house in my path, as did all of his brothers or sisters. Probably sisters. All right, I'm gonna return him to the woods. And we're done. Back at the parking lot. Ta-da! Here I am. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. There's that breeze. Oh, that's fantastic. The weather was fantastic today. I still think, let's see, it's 74. It is 74 in July in Indiana. Wow, it's been great. It's been wonderful. It has been a fantastic hike. Shorter than I wanted, but it didn't need to be any longer because I hurt. Yeah, let me show you my feet. So, I don't know, can you tell? Yeah, they're wet. I'm wet up to the knee. Wetter down there, but it's wet up to the knee. It was great. Lots of creek. It's been fun. If you don't like spiders, it's not the trail to go on. I mean, there's a lot of webs. I don't like spiders, but these guys are nice, so I don't mind them. But it was a lot of spider webs. I tried to use my hat as much as possible. Okay. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.